Christmas live stream. It's a freezing cold December night here in the workshop. I've got the Super Saw up full blast, warming my backside whilst I make wren masks. So these are mummer masks, wren masks, whatever you want to call them. Heading up to Dingle tomorrow for the wren, which is a festival or a parade that'll be taking place there tomorrow. So I'm making some of these for my friends. I'm going to take this off camera because I feel it gripping my hat and I don't want to do a hair reveal on on what is usually the most popular live stream of the year. There we go. So this is what we're making. This is kind of the hardest part to make, so I made that off camera, and I'm going to be doing the rest of it with this pile of straw behind me here. Now, straw, flammable, Super Saw. We'll keep an eye. I've got the fire extinguisher on standby. Hopefully we won't have to use it, but it's always good to have it just in case. Right. I'm going to start by picking a small bunch of these. Doing a bit of that. Make sure they're all the same way. Removing all the yucky bits. Patting it level. And then I'm going to grab it like that. How do I do it again? I'm sure it'll come to me before long. Go on the outside and then twist it in front and then like that. Gotcha. There we have it. Now I gave that a bit too much, so we'll over and then like that. There we go. That's it, right? So I just need to do that like a load of times now. And we'll have our mask before we know it. So yeah, today was Christmas Day, standard enough. Went to mass, visited my grandfather who is spending his first Christmas not with us and instead in a nursing home just because he's not able for it anymore. Yeah, came home, had dinner. I went doing a bit of scripting. I made a video where I built a currach over the summer. While I'm making a video, I filmed all the pieces and there's about 5 hours of footage, so I'm just kind of whittling that footage down into maybe 20 minutes and narrating over it. So I worked on that a bit today. Yeah, Merry Christmas to you as well, Colette. So for anyone who wants context, this is what we're making at the moment. A mask out of straw for the wren tomorrow. So we place it over like that, twist it down like this, and then up, and it kind of holds itself in position. Super chat in from Frank Lewis. How you keeping? Merry Christmas to you and your family, Owen. I hope you're doing well. Well, I'm doing very well, Frank. Thanks for your support throughout the year as well. I hope you and your family are having a good Christmas also. Super chat in as well from T. Merry Christmas to all. It's been great. I hope it's been great. Well, thank you, T. I hope you're doing a bit of whittling. Maybe you got away from the house and out to the shed this Christmas Day as well. Mad Ga says, what is the oldest tool in my toolbox? To be honest, I'm not sure. There's a few planes that could be 18th century, so pushing 200 odd years old there. But that's a question I get a lot. So if ever I come across one, I'm going to buy a really old tool. Do you know what? I've got my friend, I'm not going to say his name, but he plants trees for a living, and once out planting trees, he stumbled across some, I think, Neolithic axe heads. So they'd be what, 5,000 years old, and he still has them. So I might see if he has any more of them. He might sell or something. Then I'd have a 5,000-year-old axe head in my toolbox, and that would be the oldest tool by miles and miles. A definitive answer to that very popular question. So this is for the wren tomorrow, which is like an old tradition, probably dates back to pagan times, that just kind of hung on just because it was so remote in West Kerry, the middle of nowhere. They couldn't stamp it out, thank God. Or thank whatever pagan deities they were worshipping, I suppose, in this instance. Are you going out in the wren? Yeah, I am. That's what these are for. Merry Christmas to you too, Cooper. Super chat in from PW Fist 470. Hey, it needs more linseed oil. Good luck on your journey. These things are only built to last today, so we won't go wasting any oil on it. But the next bottle I buy of it is on you, so thank you very much. Where do I get my linseed oil? Just from the store. I've got a gigantic bottle of it back here. Douglas stuff. But yeah, I wouldn't be too fussed over brands, depending on what you're doing. Maybe someday we'll make our own. Okay, so we're nearly halfway there now. Kind of looking like one of those Hawaiian dresses. I'm begging it to start on fire here. So cold, lads. I cannot wait to go home into the nice warm living room after this is done. I'll be leaving in exactly 12 hours. I'll be on my way to Dingle with these things. So, we're not doing it too last minute, but could have done one of them maybe a while ago. This part doesn't need to be here. Thanks for all the Christmas wishes, guys. We're nearly here now with this. Getting ready to tie it all together into a hat shape. Merry Christmas from America. You guys are a few hours behind us over there, aren't you? So you'd only be just starting your day, right? Well, maybe starting your afternoon. Of course, you've got Thanksgiving, which is kind of your Christmas, right? It's a bigger deal over there. I'll be joining you over there in the next calendar year. Not Thanksgiving, but I'm visiting Ohio in January. Super chat in from Johannes, who says, thank you again for the idea to make my own beeswax. Got around to it recently, and ever since, my wooden handles have been smooth as silk. Well, thank you for taking inspiration. No, that's always lovely to hear, that videos possessed people to do these things. Good things by all accounts, I think, anyway. There's always kind of, a flex factor of being able to say, oh yeah, my beeswax that I made myself, by the way. Anyway, that's all of them done. So it's time to take this sushi with a third arm. Alright. What's happening in Ohio? I don't know am I allowed to say it. I'm meeting up with some other woodworkers. I'm not going to say who yet in case I'm not supposed to. And we're going to collaborate on a project. And I'm not going to say what yet in case I'm not supposed to. But they were talking about doing a fan meetup, so that could be fun. Maybe I'll get to meet some of you guys in person. I have my flights booked, my accommodation. I actually haven't paid for it yet. I owe somebody money. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. So I'm spending a few days, I think 4 or 5 days, a week in one location building a project, and then another week on the road traveling around with one of the guys, visiting a load of like different kind of heritage sites, woodworking heritage sites, like museums, and I don't know, to be honest. I haven't really looked at the itinerary. It'll be a surprise then when I go there. I'll be like, oh, we're doing that today. Fun. And I think that's a good way to go about life sometimes, because if you're like, oh, I'm going there, I expect it will be like this, and then it'll be nothing like that, and it didn't live up to the expectations. If you go in with no expectations, then, you know, it'll probably be good. Here we go, lads, we're getting there. We're nearly there. So, hold it like this, kind of make sure it's nice and balanced. Then give it a bit of a twist like that. Then we get our string, our twine, natural jute by, none of that synthetic shite. And then just squeeze her tight. There we go. Right, there we go. That's one mummer Renboy mask ready to go tomorrow. Alright, it has to stay on. Now, this is where we get to give it a bit of a haircut. Trim off all the extra bits that we don't need, you know. Hello from Somerset. You guys have got a good steam engine show out there, right? Super chat in from Niagara Dry Beaver. Mercury Chrysler. Right, great magot. Nullig shunnadit. Alright, that one's looking reasonably okay. Maybe I'd give it a bit off the top as well, you know, just to make it all nice and even. Give it 7 on the back and sides. There we go. Now, very respectable. Right, there's one more I need to do now, and then we'll have 4 of them ready for tomorrow, ready to go on the Wren. Lads, it is so cold out here. What is that? It's a mummer's mask for the Wren tomorrow. So this is made out of straw. It's a mask that you wear so that you're in disguise when you're going around to people's houses, singing, performing on their doorstep in exchange for money, if you're lucky. So yeah, you start off by weaving the bottom as like a plait. So I'll show you guys that part now, I suppose. I need to grab what? About 12 or so good long pieces. And yeah, I'll do it now. One, two. Yeah, no point picking up the scraps off the floor. We get some good fresh stock. Get out all the little useless bits. One, two, three, four. 1, 2, 3, 4. One, 3, 4. Okay. We've got 12 of them like this. Rip off all the oats and whatever. Get ourselves a little bit of string. And then tie them all together. Did I ever see your DM asking me to make a handle for your micro axe? I can't say I have, but I've been doing a lot of miniature stuff lately. So email me again, or I don't know how you contacted me beforehand. There's a lot of imposter profiles out there as well. So usually when someone goes, oh, did you get my message about that? I go, no. And then we put up their phone and it just wasn't me at all. At all. No. Alright. So I don't have much in the way of hair, so I had to learn how to tie a plait specifically to make these. There we go. It's like how do you do it again? Left to the middle, right to the middle, left to the middle, right to the middle. Now we're going. The correct email is in my channel bio if you're looking. What is being made? Sorry, it's one of these for anyone who's just joined us. A Wren boy mask for tomorrow, for the Wren, which is a ancient Irish tradition that'll be taking place in Dingle in the west of Kerry tomorrow. If anyone's looking for something to do, it starts at 1 o'clock. I might see you there. Well, I suppose we won't see each other there because if we're going, we should be in disguises. But if you're looking for a fun thing to do with the family, get out there and get involved, you know. Embrace yourself in your traditional culture. I've always wondered if I just do this enough, can I use that to make the Sugan for my Sugan chair? Surely I could, right? Seeing a Sugan is just the Irish word for straw rope, if I'm not mistaken. What's the word you say at the end of all your videos? So my outro on all my videos is Slán Fóil, which is Irish for goodbye for now. It's probably the most commonly asked question in the comment section. But usually someone's there to answer it before I get the chance to, so that's good. I'm getting further and further away from the camera, so this will get me up closer again. It's freezing cold here tonight, lads. Absolutely Baltic, which is good because it's the middle of December. It should be cold. We've actually had quite a mild winter, which is worrying, I think. There's a similar tradition in Ukraine. Yeah, all these kind of pagan things seem to have some sort of similarities to them, don't they? Across Europe. Makes you wonder. Shed looks cool, 600 years old. No, but there's maps from 180 years ago that this shed is on, so. It's an old shed, alright, no doubt. No, we need to make a bigger circle than that, so we'll keep going a while yet. 180 and strong. Yeah, the stone walls will last forever if they're treated right. Oftentimes, sand, cement, people think they're doing good, but they end up diminishing the shed. I don't want to use my mouth too much here because there's been rodents in this workshop and they could have pissed or anything on this straw. And I don't want to catch any diseases. What did you get for Christmas? Wheels disease. No, the phone is getting low on battery, lads. The snails can carry wheel disease too. Wonderful. Nothing to be worrying about. I think we're nearly there, lads. How does that compare to the last few ones we made? Around about the same size, yeah. So now we'll tie our shut and get ready for the next thing. Go on, enjoy your Christmas supper from Virginia. That's that done. So we'll mash through these together. And then use another piece of string to lock all them into place. I think you've got a double bit Swedish axe head that needs a handle. I think my days of making axe handles might be behind me, lads. I've made enough of them. I make the odd one for myself when I need one, but you know, you don't want to get stuck doing the same thing forever. I suppose you can make them as complicated as you like. You can add decorations and stuff, but at the same time, I think I should aspire towards bigger, more ambitious projects, like furniture, or vernacular Irish furniture. So that's probably what I'll do a lot more of in the coming year. I always loved your vids. You've inspired me to do more stuff by hand instead of buying. Well, you know, that's the way people used to do things up until very recently, you know. Born to create, forced to consume. But it doesn't have to be that way. Right, there we go. Here's a little bit of wire I used to form them up. For anyone who's just joining us, we're making wren masks. We're headed to the wren tomorrow. It's a traditional thing that happens in the west of Ireland. So myself and 3 friends, we're going. So I'm just making us our little hats. Just so we blend in, you know. Don't want to be sticking out like we'd be Cork men and we'd be fish out of water. There we go. Now we'll twist it to make it look a little bit more circular shaped. There we go, very good. It's good enough for me. Oh, it's so bloody cold, lads. Oh, I'm gonna put on a jumper. A coat, actually, that's what I'm gonna put on. Not a wreath, a wren mask. What camera do I use? This is just my iPhone. iPhone 14 or 15, I think. 15. Check recently. How big is the flat cap collection? Well, I bought my 3rd inauguration of this hat recently. Usually I get about a year, maybe a year and a half out of them. So I keep on getting sent and given, you know, various flat caps because I'm like known as a guy who wears flat caps. So I guess if you have a reputation as a guy who likes flat caps, people will gift you them and brands will send you them. So I have a big collection. I just have more than I can wear. I've only one head, you know. So I can't kind of give them away either. Maybe I should be giving them away. But then again, like if someone gifts you something, you can't give that away. That'd be rude. But it's also rude not to wear them. So I'm in a bit of a hat predicament really most days. I'm kind of a creature of habit, you know. If something is grand, I keep wearing it, and if it ain't broke, don't fix it. It's like -4, mate. How are you not dead? That is not. I got the super sir behind me, keeping me nice and toasty. And I'll be going home soon to a nice warm house. So there'll be no fear of me. New broom? Nope, mask. I should have just changed the title of the video, I think, to Making a Wren Mask. Super chat in from Justin Lipper 8526. Love you too, Justin, man. Appreciate the support. Nearly there now, lads. One to go, I'd say. No, I was wrong. One more. Oh, maybe not. Maybe I was correct, actually. We're done. We're done here. Alright. Indica or stevia while weaving. What do you mean? Pigging Mesa 123. Thank you for your support. Appreciate it. Alright, so now I'm going to get a load of string here. Oh, they're talking about weed, right? Don't imagine any intoxication would be good for weaving. You kind of need a bit of focus. Or maybe I'm wrong. I've never tried. Ismail Martin just became a member. Thank you for your support. I think you can weave hemp fairly well, however that works. I think the plant fibres it makes. Secure everything up with a bit of string. Pigging Maze again with the super chat. Thank you very much for your support. I'm nearly there now, lads. Good. Hook reef knot. Left over right and under. Right over left and under. Then you pull it tight. Clove hitch. Is that what? No, that's not a clove hitch. I'll remember the name now as soon as I turn off the stream. Joe Galgalos says, hello from El Paso, Texas. The Irish and the Mexicans have history in these parts. Brothers united. Long live San Patricos. Well, it's lovely to hear. Thanks for your support. Texas is massive. I don't know if I'll ever get out there. I'm kind of nervous about going to America, but Texas is like America embodified in my mind. Just guns and huge amounts of land. Piggy Mays just became a member. Thank you very much. I appreciate that, guys. That's a fun way to support the work I do here. So I appreciate you guys paying a small amount of money every month to allow me to do the things I do and make the videos I make to hopefully educate and inspire. Maybe I have hay fever. It's not feeling great, lads. All this dust I'm inhaling from this thing. Alright, I think this is the nicest one I made so far. We're going to give it an old comb with our fingers here now. and hook it in like that. How's the pudding? Ah, Lucy Pudding is getting old and shook. She's wearing a Christmas bib at the minute. She's looking fairly adorable now with it. But yeah, I wonder, is this going to be her last Christmas? I certainly hope not. Santi didn't bring her anything, but she was in good form today anyway. She was kind of, I don't know, did she somehow sense that it was Christmas or something? She was all waggly tailed, bright-eyed and perky-eared this morning. Yeah. Can't wait to wear this on my head for ages tomorrow. No, that's not tight enough. Can't celebrate just yet. Alright, we'll give this one a haircut too. And there we go. Right, I've got my 3 masks done and ready to go. I'm going to tidy up the workshop and I'm going to go back to my family. Thanks for joining. Thank you especially to all the people who became new members and super chatted. Your support means a lot to me. Happy Christmas to you all. And yeah, we'll catch you in the next one. Nolug honadit agus slán go fóil.